October 14th, nope, it's October 15th now, 2019, 12:35 a.m., Main Street Bridge. I'm having high readings on a magnetical app completely. I was feeling strange crossing the bridge, and I left my bags here and walked out the street to the opposite side of the bridge. Taking screenshots with readings and then visual photos afterwards. It finally dropped off back down to the 30s. All by itself. After I was over here at this bridge, it jumped up all the way to like 393 to 400. Pretty damn severe. I mean, as far as normal readings go, it'll jump up to 5,000 on top of an actual magnet. It'll go to like 5,400. If you stuck it straight to the phone, a magnet straight to the phone, it'd go up to 5,000. But anything above 60 is severe. Too bad I don't have the second phone out to record this, but anyhow, I'm going to have to come up with an improvised plan of recording, but it fell down to all the way to 38, which normal in public is 40 to maybe 60, but usually about 40, 50. Anyways, it fell below. Something was targeting me out here with a magnetical wave. Now, it was back in this direction, and I kept swinging this way, and it cut down. It completely jumped real high right here, like almost directly in front of me. It jumped around in this area up here, but I went across the street and it was still pretty high, but it stayed flown about 240 rather than in the 300s per se. And I go across and I'm doing some things over there. I match it up to some metal this way. It didn't go too much higher because metal will conduct and it'll also give a higher reading no matter where it's at if the phone's right up against it. But when I came across a piece of metal this way, it fucking jumped up skyrocket, and I took a screenshot of it. And then right as I was trying to position where maybe the wave's coming from, because it seemed like it may have been that way, but I also turned around, and it being possibly basically categorized, instead of coming in this way, it was coming in across the situation out in this direction, following me. There's something with inside the radius also of my height, and I'll have pictures of it, roughly about my head height, almost to the bottom of my ankles being higher readings, on top of it being, but I have this rail right here causing magnetical force itself that could give a better it'll be false but actual a real positive reading because the metal's still drawing in magnetism. I could have it at normal readings and drop it down this way and it'd heighten it a little bit per se. But if I'm stepped away from it, when I'm stepped away too far, it shouldn't really interfere too much. And the readings got higher between my height. If I took it above height, it dropped. It wasn't massive, but it dropped. It'd get higher as it came into my body range. And then all the way down to my ankles, my feet seem to have not had so much magnetical charge to it per se. Maybe a little above the ankles, but anything above the ankles all the way top of my forehead was the highest readings. A lot of the higher readings, and I'm not sure because, like I said, I'm going to do some more testing because the metal bands here. But then I also calculate their metal, anything magnetism is also going to induce into these, and it would be high, and it kind of maybe give evidential fact that there's something interfering. Anyways, that being said, the beam itself seems to have been pretty strong in spectrum. I have a tablet in my pocket here, I have a tablet literally in the pocket here. I've had SD card errors, hard drive errors, evidential base disappearing while I have law enforcement. The police station is right up there. And I've had corrupt targeting law enforcement. You're under arrest, you're under restraint. Kind of strange, I go outside of Columbus and they tell me different. So, anyways, I'm in Columbus, Ohio. This is the Main Street Bridge. Next street up is Starling. Well, actually, it's Belly or Bell Street. And then Starling, McDowell, that type of situation. I'll be heading to Gift and Walnut Street. And exactly like I've said to everybody else, this is the area and where I live of exactly all this targeted individual shit's happening. there's so much shit to discuss, but there you go. For myself, I'll post some screenshots on the internet and how I did my screenshots and position of pictures. If I took a screenshot and the readings are high, what I did is flipped over the camera and took a screenshot. I moved, and like I said, I think I'm repeating myself a little bit, but I moved. If the screenshot went high or the readings, I took a screenshot and exactly as close as I can took a picture of what's going on. So, kind of strange. I don't know. Is this an insinuatable sign? Now, if I picked that up, took it home with me, would it make me sick? Would somebody try to make me sick? It was here. I walked up the street. It was here when I was walking up the street, or coming down, or going to the store, 150 West Sycamore Kroger's, and nobody came back to pick it up. They must have not noticed they lost it, or it's a designated sign. Either way, the magnetism, I don't know why, because I was feeling funny coming across the bridge, but I stopped right here, and that's the reason why, actually. Just something stuck out of place, so I figured, hey, I'll take a reading. And thank God I did, because the readings were completely high. Not as high as, like I said, when I get into it, 5,400 for the magnetic reading, but there's magnetism around me. It could be electronic wave, it could literally be magnetism, and they're interfering with implants. Even if it's not brainwashing implants, could you imagine excruciating, say, a needle or a wire? Just something small and minute in a body, and a magnet pulling on that. And it's giving no different than a needle prick to whatever organ, muscle, skin that implant's around. And most of the time, the implants won't be found because they're small. There's laws in Georgia that they're banning of implants to where if you're in an operation, nothing to be left over that can conduct electricity or magnetism, I do believe. Or else it's considered literally an implant. And depending on the discretion of what it does, the doctors can be sued and jailed, on top of basically just astronomically being sued. And the companies of the maker of whatever device break off, if it's a broken needle even, can be sued along with it for basically implanting a human being without reason or cause, causing mind damage, body damage, what would you call it, mind control, possibly, type situation. Anyways, that's that. I wish I could say more, but yeah, the readings itself, I'm going to post this, and I'm going to post targetofunlawfulacts.com, the readings that I got. I have one posting up there. Police were involved in that, and then it happened in a few other places. And we're just trying to teach you, your nut. You have the, I don't have any paperwork legally in the system that tells me what I'm implanted with. While they're saying I'm underneath legal restraint and I have to put up with it, is a crock of shit. Anyways, it being law enforcement, so I'm not going to talk down on all law enforcement. Like I said, I've been interstate stalked across the United States for multitudes of decades, not even years. And it's the same, like, family. My family doesn't like your family. We're going to navigate and enforce on your personal affairs what happens with you. We're declaring you mentally retarded. We're playing around with declaration, enforcement, restraint, whatever we can loophole and manipulate, force, fraud with, and even if not fraud, sabotage you, make you feel unqualified, unqualitied, and screw with you completely. But anyways, playing Godfather, playing organized crime connections, playing government, conspiracy theories, everything and above. This family's just, these families, I can't say just this, it's the way I've been incapacitated, so it makes me look fucking stupid while I may be harming one when there's multitudes to per se produce. Look at that, an airplane in the back of there. Just dipped in between the buildings, heading eastbound, westbound. That's west, the other way's east. There it is. Is that a helicopter or airplane? And that's right over top the police department? Maybe helicopter. Orchestrated Law Enforcement, Columbus, Ohio. I have them flying over the house. We're trying to play buddy-buddy, integration, hey, mental retard, radio. You know, we could fuck you in the ass again, which really happened, raped by the police. Without getting too hard. Now I'm starting to get irate and rambling, but hey, at least we give you at least that much quality of life that you're allowed to stand out in public without me completely physically grabbing a hold of you or doing other shit. But it's police work. I can't be buddy-buddy and play around with shit that isn't really buddy-buddy. You're flying a helicopter trying to tell me I should feel good quality from that. I think the experience, while enforcing the experience, if it's connected, of flying that helicopter is a hell of a lot more than I'm experiencing standing here, wasting my fucking body's breath, trying to analyze what's associated and whatnot. But we're trying to participate with your demands, really. My demands was put the shit together the right fucking way. And no different than what is also, that they're utilizing tactics and social tactics of utilizing thugs and gang members that don't have a high intelligence or connection or comprehension of what's going on, and utilizing them as their foot soldiers, trying to irate my social abilities and then making it out that I'm abnormal. But anyways, I'm not gonna not admit that I've participated with a certain amount of shit. Doesn't matter. It needs to be sorted out. And while they're in here playing, somebody's demanding. You're demanding here, and these people have interstate stalked. So how does that hold up while they're trying to say for their community, their city rights, their per se family value connection to community? How are they connected then in another fucking state? How? And that's a state, not community, not city, community, then city, county, state. You're going way up and above all your shit. Anyways, don't play, nigga. Don't play. Yo, SA, don't be fucking around. Yo, hey, chink, let's go, chungai. Hey, don't fuck around with our stuff. Get your nose out of our business. I got video proof, complete witness proof. You fucked with me first, stupid. You interstate stalked me along with the police to get your entertainment, to thrive and abuse off of what's going on. So, someone keeps calling out, hey, what's up, turkey pervert? Pervert? I don't want you around my kids. You look perverted. I have lazy eye. Could you imagine destroying somebody's ability to even challenge life, to live a quality life, because they have lazy eye? Well, that's a common relation of deterioration of mind that perverts have. Utilizing one to beat and abuse the other person. Even as a child and an adult doing that. But now it's schizophrenic. The way I articulate, the tone of my voice, the quality of what I'm saying, everything. So, hey, I'm producing whatever the fuck I want to. I'm very, very sick. I have, like I said, besides magnical waves fucking with me, completely being electrically charged, and my mind obliterated. Has been that way off and on for decades, but this time it's lasted since 2010. This time it's a full-blown some type of vagus nerve, deep brain stimulator, neuromodulator, completely fried my fucking mind and body out. You ain't shit, you're fucking trash, you're gutter scum, don't fuck with nothing, don't orchestrate power, don't do this. We'll have, just as I was saying, gang members and everybody else fuck with you, and you ain't nothing but a little weak-ass bitch, and even if you try to literally get and gather physical strength, we'll give steroids, we'll utilize all the massive shit, and we'll also push a button and weaken you. They've also been, and it's been understood in New York City, I won't say arsenic, I don't know exactly, some of that was the wording of it, literally being administrated by the fucking city, the authorities and whatnot, weakening me from being able to have the strength. Oh, we're afraid of you. Wait a minute, you're administrating something because you're afraid of me, and then telling me you're not afraid of me, I'm nothing but your little bitch. You're telling me I can't tell shit straight, but you're fucking mixed up. New Jersey, 2011, I was told straight ass out, and this is what mental health with a ID. External mental health is here in a corrupted form. That's the first right off the bat of what I said. I didn't agree with it. A lot of our county agencies and agents aren't agreeing with it. They're utilizing a harsh form, if legal, at all legal, and we've already called it a legal form of authoritating themselves. So you got authorities from one city manipulating, frauding, and utilizing loopholes to basically thrill themselves to feel the value and power, like they want to play Superman with the system. You don't have a whole nother place that's their home city, that's what they regulate and have authority, saying they completely, not even just gutly, didn't understand, and on top, not just understanding, enforced for the other situation. They don't have a legal right. We'll take it to court that they don't have a legal right to be here. not the way they're capacitating and authoritating themselves. And like I said, that's coming from legal authority against legal authority again. I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Kind of strange, ain't it? I'm going to go ahead and press stop on this video. Target of unlawful acts, Columbus, Ohio.